Hello everybody, so I like how there's already somebody saying first and they're nowhere near first. So yeah, this is the stream. Sadly I couldn't do one yesterday, so I'm doing it today. So I'll let a few more people get in, let the stream run for a little bit before I start responding to any questions and stuff like that. That way, you know, we can actually see how many people are on that. I'm interested, did everybody actually get notifications for my earlier video? Because when I did one today, it had barely any views in the first hour, which is really unusual. I think it had something like 120 views in the first hour, when sometimes videos are like 200 to 500 views in the first hour, so I thought that was a bit weird. Yeah, cool. So I'll let some more people get in and then I can start doing questions, but with always, I assume I've got slow mode on, yeah, because otherwise people spam these chats and you can't actually respond to questions properly. No, I didn't know there was an M2 of a drinking system, Berserk Jason Voorhees, but that's sort of interesting. Yeah, I did cut my hair off about an hour ago. I've seen an archive of that thing, Digit Loading, that's why I've obviously talked about it before. But I think for the most part that was actually made up. There's obviously somebody trolling, wow, you never know how stupid people really are. If you want to Blood Hunter, it's totally up to you. No. Nope, because there's people who send me death threats on here, so I'm not meeting anybody from here. Unless I meet somebody like Weapon Collector, I'm not going to meet random people off of the internet. I know what K is, but I'm saying I don't normally browse K, but I've seen the archive of it. Yeah, I've got a camo video coming up of a dyed camo jacket. I dyed because obviously it was faded, so I tried dyeing it, which worked fairly well. Not as dark a colour as I wanted it to go, but yeah, it's the L1A1. Right, is there any questions I'm missing? Yeah, regarding GP5 dissection, as long as the particulate section's solid, you're fine. That's one of the reasons I don't think it's personally a good idea to make them wet, because a lot of people said, why don't you get it wet? Because asbestos doesn't fly around as easily if wet. The issue is, if you get a particulate filter wet, it starts to crumble and go soggy, so you're more likely to have bits break off. That's why I had a particulate filter running, but the point is that you don't do that unless you're prepared to do it. For people talking about firearms, I obviously can't own them in the UK, so it's a bit pointless saying which would you rather have, this or this. Also, I'll try and answer questions where people are actually asking interesting questions. Make sure if you're asking a question you put a question mark at the end as well, because it's not obvious if it's a statement sometimes or if you're replying to somebody else. I've got an M65 jacket in US Woodland, but I don't have any other US camo stuff. Other than some old US respirator bags, but they're like olive drab, not camo. Alright, Mike, nice to see you're on here. I hope your dad's alright then, Peach. Well, DPM, I'm assuming you mean in Woodland DPM, are you? Because MTP is actually DPM. If you look at the pattern on it, it's still DPM pattern. It's just there's more colours on it, which is why it's harder to see the pattern. It's why Desert sort of DPM's the easiest one to actually see the pattern on, because there's only 2 colours. I prefer MTP purely because it's a better colour range, but DPM is obviously a very good camo. No, I don't sleep in an NDC suit, Zet. Alright, Weapon Survival 94, right, Stu? Which gas mask's that, Jason? Because I'm not sure of the mask. I mean, the modern Soviet GP9's like that. There's a few other panoramic masks which are like that, but... the only thing I've got in Marpat's a scrim net I was able to buy in Marpat, because on eBay you can get a lot of different companies that make scrims in whatever sort of colour you want them in. So what I did was I ordered one in Marpat, because it's very hard to get Marpat here, or at least not without spending loads of money on it. You do know MTP's made in China, but most DPM is also really thin and crap. That's the problem with DPM, like the British stuff in general, is it's nice in the summer, but you will literally tear it climbing a fence or something like that. It's had a reputation for ages. I like the German Flecktarn stuff because it's a lot stronger. It's also like I got some Swiss Alpenflage, and this is really good camo in comparison. Not necessarily the camo pattern, but the actual material this is made out of is far, far better. Is the stream still working alright for people? Because the thing that shows me my stream's frozen.